Come here. Whoa!
I fucking left my shoes on today.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
dude.
weird.
Take them off.
That's weird.
Take
Hold
them off.
up.
Spotify has no idea, or Spotify and YouTube have no idea we even have shoes on, or our shoes are off for the episode.
That was really awkward. I didn't yeah. I've never even thought about that before until right now. Kick back. Look at that.
I know. Yeah, in the comfort of your own
I
home.
feel so right.
Oh, don't get near
I
me.
feel so good.
Those are gym fucking feet.
Oh, that's nice.
Gym feet.
Yeah, I've not taken my socks off all day.
Neither.
Training these very early. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hey.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the new episode. Welcome to the Split Shift podcast where we cut through.
Oh shit, I'm doing the intro.
Oh, it is. Oh, you too.
Run.
Oh, we'll run with it. But we cut through the bullshit and the noise of the fitness industry. My name is Daniel.
My name's Jamie, and we just fucked that up.
So
I left
hard.
my shoes on. It's all like, you know when you just fuck one thing up and then the rest of your day is fucked, everything's out. I left my shoes on the podcast. I probably left my keys in the car or something today.
I cut you off essentially. You were
Cut me off. We got the 2-minute timer though.
Yeah.
We need to start carving away at these things. I reckon we're doing a speed run anyway.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 2 minutes.
Yeah.
3 points each. I can't even fucking remember what we're talking about anymore. We got the question somewhere.
We're talking about something.
Oh, your question's over there. That's
phone,
right.
Yeah, my phone is.
We can
MIA
do
at the
this.
moment.
But I reckon whilst one of us talk, the other one's got to at least make one move on that board. Because we need to start chipping away at this.
Only thing with that.
Yep. What's the thing, bro? Tell me.
The only issue with that is that I can't fucking multitask. Like, I'll be focusing on this.
Look at it and just go.
And then 2 minutes comes by, you're like, what do you think? And I'm just like
who are you?
where the fuck am I?
Are you a castle? King of the castle. All right.
Oh, we're doing this. What are we talking about?
Why does fat loss feel so hard? We got a few points each. We're going to answer that question.
Oh, it's so hard.
Yeah, but we have 2 minutes to run that.
It's more like a question. Why does it feel so hard?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, that's good for the hook as well, for Instagram. Yeah. Anyway, that's what we're chatting about. Let's fucking run.
I'm going to kick it off.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So, what's my first point? Fuck, I feel so frazzled.
Yeah.
Dude, it is the shoes. The shoes fucked me up. We got a fucking camera over there as well.
They're out of order. It's not
Fuck
well.
me dead. All right. So why does fat loss feel so hard? 2 minutes. My first point is the fact that you're eating healthy, but still overeating in calories. So there's a big difference between eating healthy and eating for fat loss. The ideal is getting them both together, getting both elements together, eating for health and eating for fat loss. If your goal is fat loss, it's going to make your life a lot easier. But if you are eating purely healthy, focusing on micronutrients, all that sort of shit, but your goal is fat loss, those two are not mutually exclusive. They do not both work for the same goal, you know? So let's say, for example, you're eating healthy, so you're trying to eat bulk nutrients, and you're smacking acai bowls, juices, avo on toast, just bulk avo, all that sort of stuff. What?
I hope, real quick. Just real quick, when you said acai bowl, has anyone fucking check the calories on
ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
I just have to put that in there. So
No, it's true. I want you, so from our chat from last week, we were talking about calories. Should you track your food? Toxic fucking masculinity or whatever it was. Toxicity with food tracking.
Just go watch it.
Just run with that. Go watch that and try to track an acai bowl. It'll blow your mind. Anyway, so that's the exact point, right? Acai bowls, they're packed full of nutrients, packed full of all this wholesome goodness. But at the end of the day, that's going to take a big fucking chunk. Potentially, depending how big it is, half your fucking day of calories, You could easily get an acai bowl with 1,000 calories. If you load that shit up with some muesli, with a fucking, what else they put in there? Fucking little seeds. Yeah, granola, muesli, all that sort of shit. You can blow that shit out completely. Same deal with granola, People look at this sort of stuff. It's a healthy alternative. It is healthy. It can be healthy. But at the end of the day, it's very, very calorie dense. So there's a big difference between having lower calorie foods with higher I guess, volume. So we're looking at salads, we're looking at things like that. Higher volume, lower calorie foods, protein sources, that sort of shit, and eating healthy. The ideal is teeing them both up together. So trying to get a lot of foods that are high in micronutrients, high in fiber, high in protein, having good whole meals, and also monitoring your calories so we can keep them in check so you're no longer overeating as well, because we don't want to get into a place where you feel like you're trying so hard, you're eating really healthy, but you end up never ever losing any fat or weight. So yeah, eating healthy and fat loss are two different things.
Word, man.
Did you make a move?
Yeah, I made my move.
Nice.
No,
Make your move.
make the move, man. So funny you mentioned that. That's actually, I've had this discussion with a client not too long ago about this exact same thing. I shit you not, was like, I'm eating healthy, but why am I losing weight?
Yeah.
And it sucks. It feels, because like it's a shit feeling, because you're moving the needle, and like, I'm eating healthy, I'm changing my habits, I'm doing things for me, I'm taking care of myself. But why am I fucking losing weight? What is going on? It's all about the calories that we eat. Unfortunately, is that yes, the health factor is such a crucial role for satiety, for energy, for vitality, micronutrients, all that type of stuff. But when it comes to composition, it's all about the calories, baby.
You can literally eat Macca's 3 meals a day, every single day, and lose more fat than somebody that's eating acai bowls every fucking day.
That's a fact.
Literally.
That's a
You'll feel like shit, but you'll get a better fat loss result if you manage the calories.
Yeah.
If you measure and manage the calories. But you will likely feel like shit. So get a bit of both.
Well, yeah, 80-20, you know what I mean? We don't have to do all of it.
50-50.
Sometimes maybe good.
Sometimes maybe shit.
I don't have to steal.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, there we go.
Right.
All right, there you go. Point 1 down.
Yes.
We ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Danny, why is fat loss just feel so hard?
Because people overcomplicate it. They overcomplicate the process by far. Kind of falling off the health factor, just like, I need to eat healthy, I need to make all these good meals, good nutritious meals, I need to change everything in my life. And they overcomplicate the situation of what's going on in their lifestyle, their routine. This creates pressure. This creates, more friction, more decision fatigue. What am I going to eat? What am I going to do? How do I change this? How do I do that? And it's actually, when it comes to fat loss principles, it's actually quite fucking simple, as like from the science. But the process, people tend to overcomplicate it. So how do we overcome this? I'm a big fan of what's known as the BAM. If you're from my client, you'll know about this. It's called the bare ass minimum. What is the absolute minimum that you can do that's going to move the needle? And that starts with focusing on the realistic things, focusing on something that actually you can make sustainable changes over time. So rather than just doing a full rehaul, I have to make these really 5-star Michelin grade meals and all that type of stuff, maybe just add a little bit of extra protein in your lunch. If you feel like you're not getting enough movement during the day, maybe I'm just going to go for my 10-minute walk every day like I planned out to do. Stuff like that. The things that really moves the needle and creates consistency is a slow improvement over time. When we tend to overcomplicate it, it tends to be that creates at least just way more friction. And it tends to make this part of your journey pretty, I guess, a bit more resentful, because I'm like, this is the expectations that we need to have. I need to I have to do it like this. I'm like, you can eventually get to that point if you wanted to, but if we can just focus on the small little things over time, that's going to really make the change. So don't overcomplicate it. Remember, there's 7,700 calories in a kilo of fat. Focus on small little changes. That's going to move the needle, but don't think like, I have to make all these changes right now. Just start small. 3, 2, 1. You see my side eye, I'm like, that's the longest 4 seconds.
That was...
Oh my fucking
God. If I had $1 for every time I heard that. Yes. No, I love that. Love that. Bare ass minimums. Make sure your non-negotiables are in fucking check first. Yeah. Have the foundations, and exactly what you said about the 7,700 calories. If you can figure out how you can work your life around that sort of stuff, how we can prioritize making sure we factor those calories in, that calorie deficit for you, because everybody's maintenance calories are going to be different depending on where they're at in life, genetically, activity level. Your maintenance calories are going to be different to your friends, right? They're going to be different to fucking Susie on Instagram as well. So don't try to fucking imitate what she's doing, Figure out what your maintenance calories are, and then do the maths for yourself, and then focus on that. Don't overcomplicate it. You don't have to do fucking everything all at once. You know, exactly that. You know, focus on one thing, get the food in order first. Then start incorporating the steps. Then start incorporating workouts and build up slowly. That is a very, 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 very
important point. And bonus tip.
that too.
Write it down. Just write it down.
Yes.
Just write it down.
What are you writing down?
Write down what you're going to set out to do.
Yes.
Like, so use a diary, use a calendar, or maybe use a diary, something like that, or something that you can just keep yourself accountable on.
Like
Say, like, here's a little thing, just like, here's what I'm going to do this week. I'm just going to focus on this one thing. And just think about, like, you're just stacking layers. One small thing on that, sweet, and the next thing, what's the next thing from there? Next thing, maybe I want to rehash on this one and work on this. And that's all it is. You're just compounding over time. And then the magic happens, baby. Magic happens with the small ones.
Yeah. Or you can write on the back of your hand. Or like on a whiteboard.
Yeah.
On your fridge.
Fridge.
There's plenty of places you can write it down.
On the floor.
You know, on the floor, like so when you get up, on your socks. All right. Cool. Hell yeah. Sweet. Nice. Next point. Are we having a good time? Are you having fun with us? You know.
Sorry, indigestion. Yep, I'm having a good time.
Okay. Are you having fun too? I'm having fun. I'm feeling better. Bit of caffeine. I'm just going to move this over here just in case of the whole focus gets shits away. It looks like I'm not wearing pants.
Why aren't you wearing underwear?
Drop.
It's like the Marilyn Monroe thing.
Yeah, literally.
Spotify listeners, you are seriously missing out, man. We are so funny.
YouTube as well. You can't see under the table, but we can see on the other camera. Right?
Yeah.
Drop looking. All right. Anyway, I need to make my next fucking point.
I did this.
All right. Why is fat loss so fucking hard?
Oh no, I turned it off.
Oh no. Oh shit. Fuck. All right.
Oh shit.
It's harder than it looks trying to get that to.
What is this, a fucking...
Oh no!
It's like a fucking Da Vinci Code. 2 minutes 10. Good enough.
All right,
We get extra time.
Why is fat loss so fucking hard? Because you're on or you're off. You're too busy being on or off, or all or nothing. You keep writing a week off as soon as something goes wrong. You're too rigid with your plan. You have this rigid plan where you're like, I need to get this many steps per day. This is my lunch for the week. This is exactly what I'm doing. X, Y, Z. If this does not go to plan, then my fucking week is over. My life is over and I give up. You need to not be all or nothing. You can't be just fucking straight chicken breast and broccoli or, you know, KFC family box to yourself. Have some in between. Create flexibility in your life so you can actually make this not only an awesome result for yourself physically and mentally, but something you can actually sustain as well. But one thing that I noticed with a lot of people, sorry, I just blocked you. One thing that I noticed with a lot of people is when they are all or nothing, it is way too easy to throw the towel in as soon as something goes wrong. And that's a big, big problem. That was very distracting. I got so in that. But yes, avoid the all or nothing. That goes for everything in your life. That goes for everything in this area of your life. What just happened?
I fucked up. Anyway.
Oh, did you? Okay. That goes for everything in this area of your life. You need that, like I said just prior, you need that flexibility where you can create a lifestyle where you're still able to get the results and have a life as well, a life outside of this, like we were talking about before. So you do not have this rigidity and resentment for this area because you're going to get the result. If you're rigid and you need to have it just fucking perfect for you to get the result, you may get the result. You'll probably get the result pretty quickly. But at the end of the day, when life comes, you have events on, you're hanging out with your friends, you know, Susie brings the cake in for a birthday at work, you freak the fuck out, and then the next thing you know, you're back to square one with your body weight, you're back to square one, you've thrown in the towel at the gym. I've seen this time and time again, but why fat loss is so hard for you and why it seems so hard is because you keep having to do it over and over and over again because you're all or fucking nothing.
Word.
Why do you keep saying that?
I don't know. I'm just going to keep doing it.
Where is this coming from?
No idea. No, it's because of the hoodie. I feel pretty gangster right now.
You
By
are
the way,
hoodie.
new hoodies are coming out soon.
I like it.
They're fucking comfy. I'll get you one.
I don't actually know which way I want to move right now.
I fucked up on so many levels and I've lost one of my most important pieces. So it's all good. It's all good. We're only here to have a good time.
Okay. Well, do you have anything to say about that? Oh no, because I'll move when you're doing your little thing. Do you have anything
No,
to say
I
about
said
that?
it very
All or nothing.
well. Very well. All or nothing.
Nothing
You know what I mean?
or all.
Yeah.
Fight for freedom.
Yeah. Fight for
Braveheart. You guys seen Braveheart?
Fight for freedom.
Yeah. Great movie.
No, I agree with that. Everything you said. It is definitely like destructive, and it can impact our beliefs, identity, all those type of things. If you keep being stuck in that cycle, and to break out of that can be very hard once you get to that point. So yeah, definitely looking at find a happy medium of how you want to live the ideal life. We always talk about your ideal version. What does that person want to live like? I don't think they want to be super strict with everything. Don't believe what social media is telling you.
Probably not.
Don't believe what those people are saying. All those highlight reels of like, look what I'm doing. I'm doing this high rocks with these multiple marathons and stuff like that. It's not really sustainable. Like if you do, unless if you want that life, go for it. But if you don't, that's fine. That's good because I like cake. I'm gonna eat some cake.
So while I was looking at the chessboard and I zoned out for what you were saying, I just came back into, I like cake.
See what I mean?
Like, what is going on? I like it. It adds a bit of excitement.
Yeah.
You know, we're not deep diving today. We're just fucking giving you 3 hard-hitting points each that you can run home with and have a crack for your week. Have a little bit of a perspective shift for your week.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
All
We're
right.
ready.
So the next,
We are halfway. We have 3 more points.
and it's about 25 minutes in, I think. Who knows?
Yes, we're 16 minutes in. We're doing all right. All right, Danny, why is fat loss so hard?
All right. The reason why fat loss feels so hard is because you are swimming upstream. What does that even mean? When you say when you're swimming upstream, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. So your reasons why you're doing it are potentially for the wrong reasons, and it could be just like I want to lose the results just for the sake of losing the result. The biggest issues why people tend to struggle with it is because they actually do not resonate with their goals. They actually, yes, they want to lose weight. Yes, they want to actually achieve that thing. Don't get me wrong, that's all attractive, but there's actually they're not peeling back the layers on why it's actually important to them. So they actually don't relate it back to their values. They don't relate to some things that's actually what they care about. And that's actually, well, I said actually so many times.
So many actually.
Oh my God. That wants them to be, that gives them the incentive to be, disciplined, to actually make the shift and changes, because subconsciously, maybe they don't necessarily want to, because they know it's hard, but they need to have a bigger reason than to stay where they are. So we can look at things like emotional points. What is the exciting stuff around your goals? It's funny, isn't it?
What? No.
Actually.
It's actually funny. It's actually
funny.
no. It's fucking actually good point.
I can actually is going to be in the next reel.
I didn't even know Ashley.
So you look at reward points of like when you feel good, you lose the weights, the clothing size, confidence, love it. But what are your pain points? What are the things I was about to say? What are the things that is, requiring you that make you? I'm trying to think.
It's so hard not to say
it. What are the things that's forcing you to, have to not be in the situation that you're in right now? So why do you need to leave this place? What's the pain points? Is it my energy sucks? I'm not feeling like I'm a role model for my kids. My sex drive's out the window. Like whatever it may be, the things I have to make the change. And this just threw me off so hard. But anyway, bottom line is find a good reason that resonates with you. Fuck!
Perfect on the button, but
Oh, I'm so glad.
no, that was actually such a good point. Actually, like
I actually want to fucking kill myself.
I actually really agree with you. No, seriously, when you're actually trying to achieve a result and you're not actually aligned your actual values with the actual result that you're actually trying to achieve,
Exactly.
it's
actually really hard.
It's actually going to be really hard. As I'm not even trying to say it now. It's actually just like an actual reaction that I'm actually actual reaction.
Actual reaction.
Yeah, actually had an actual reaction.
Say that 5 times.
Yeah, I can't. But no. Yeah, no. Aligning with your values, aligning with the things that you care about is fucking huge.
You get the gist.
Because otherwise you end up doing the thing to get the result that you don't even necessarily give a fuck about. Mm-hmm. Or you don't actually think you give a fuck about. You don't actually know you give a fuck about because life's taken over. You have so many other things that are, important to you, work, this, that, and the other. things that are just more consuming, all consuming day to day, if you're not aligned with the reason why you're doing the thing in the first place, if you're not aligned with, you haven't aligned that goal with the things that you actually value, like sex drive, your relationship, kids, things that really motivate you to go through your day to day, you're actually going to have a really hard time. And that's actually why fat loss is so hard.
Yeah. And we actually just want to give you the best.
Yeah.
The best results of this.
Yeah, Ashley wants to give you the best result or the best time.
Actually or Ashley?
Ashley.
Ashley.
I thought you were saying Ashley.
Actually. If you say it enough, it feels like, when you say a word, you're like, it just doesn't sound right.
Doesn't make sense anymore.
Actually just doesn't sound good to me.
Axitually. Ashley. Anyway,
let's move on to the next one.
Let's just wrap this shit up. This is very manic.
Bottom line is, your why is the backbone of your everyday habits. Just look into that.
Yeah, actually. All right, last one.
Word.
What the where is that? Seriously, where is that actually coming from?
I don't fucking know, dude. Why is it going this way? Fuck.
Okay.
It's 2
Have
minutes.
you fucked it up now?
It's 2 minutes 30 now.
Oh, that's way too long. Way too long.
Oh my god, dude! It went from 210 to 125.
Okay.
2-1.
Okay. Why your fat loss is so hard is because your timeline is off. This goes back to the last couple of points and the thing that we talk about often on this podcast. Mindset is fucking everything. Your mindset is everything. If your frame is out when you're looking at a timeline and you're trying to lose a whole bunch of fat in a very short period of time, but you're not willing to do the things that you need to do to get there, which is actually going to be ridiculous and unrealistic to sustain, because we're not necessarily talking about sustenance is that the right not working, not sustainability, sustenance, English language. We're not necessarily talking about sustainability. We're talking about just that result in general. But if you were talking about it here, we're probably going to touch a little bit on sustainability as well, because that's fucking key. No point doing something now if in 6 months' time, you're going to be back at square one, right? So your timeline is off. If you've taken 10 years, if you've taken 20 years to ingrain the fucked up habits that you have that put you in the place you are in now, how are you planning on undoing them in 5 weeks?
So savage.
Oh, sorry. I'll say that again in a nice way. So over the last couple of decades, you've morphed a personality and a lifestyle that's given you a fucked up. I gotta stop saying that. That's really messed up your you've built habits and foundations that are not congruent with the result that you want. They're the things that are going to make it hard. Was that better? Mm-hmm. Okay, so your expectation of a time frame of, say, 5 weeks, even 6 months, where you're like, I'm going to achieve that result and I'm going to be the new me, you're lying to your goddamn self. You need to put in the hours. So one thing that's really extremely important when it comes to getting a result and keeping it and laying down foundations and changing your identity is time as well. So making sure you're dealing with the identity that got you there in the first place, and then spending time in that new identity, branching out and putting yourself in life in all these different scenarios with your new identity. That's going to be key as well. But yeah,
no doubt.
Extend your time frame and be realistic about it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, fat loss is really fucking hard.
It's actually really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really hard.
7,700 calories for 1 kilo of fat. If you're like, I need to lose 1 kilo every single week, that's an aggressive deficit. That's 1,100 calories per fucking day in deficit you need to be.
That is low. Yep, that could not agree more with that. There is a there needs to be a rewiring. There's this wide system of you were living this life for such a long time. So to be able to have that expectation, I'm going to lose all the weight and keep it off within a couple months, it is ridiculous. But this is how challenges work, and they're good for short term, though. If you have like an event, wedding, birthday, all that cool stuff, don't get me wrong. Just the expectation of keeping it off, that's a different story. And it's important to think of it more of like the lifestyle. So I think about more of a sustainable, think about what's actually going to move. It's a check. Shit.
First check of the game.
Well,
first check of the game.
Check-a-rooney.
First check of the game. First motherfucking check of the game. We're going to keep this rolling. We could be on here, guys. Check again.
Well, I have to do that, but I know it's
I
like,
didn't think you were going to do it. Damn. All right.
oh, and
There you go.
back we go.
There's that.
Yeah, no, there is a rewiring effect. We need to take time, and time is our friend for sure. So especially when you take that pressure away from you, thinking that it needs to be like this and urgent. Especially when like the early stages of fitness journeys is like the excitement and the motivation super high because I'm like, oh, I'm taking the leap, I'm doing the thing, I'm taking care of myself, and can't, bro.
It's not check. You don't need to do anything if you don't want to.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah, I might just stay right.
That's true, actually.
Actually,
Anyway, last point.
last point.
Are you ready?
Last one. I think I got it at the top of my head.
All right. Do you?
Yep.
Like, you don't want this?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you know, bro.
Why is fat loss so hard? 2 minutes and 5 seconds.
You have shit friends. That's it.
Are you talking to me?
You have shit friends.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Why fat loss is so hard? Why is it so hard? Is because maybe your circle makes it hard for you. So circle of influence is a huge key factor on long-term goal success. The people that you surround yourself with, we are the sum of the top 5-6 people that we surround ourselves with our day-to-day. Could be our workmates, could be our partners, could be our friends, whatever it may be. It's definitely important, and it can cause a lot of friction and resistance in achieving the version that you want or the results that you want based around circle of influence. Now, I'm not going to be the guy to say change your friends or zoom out to say these people don't align with me anymore because Dan said so. Doesn't align with my goals. It's not necessarily that, but you can control how much power you give these people, whether these people can be sabotaging. Do they like to drink on the weekends all the time? Do you really want to do that? Do you want to say yes to that? You can ultimately decide. If your work colleagues are bringing in their cakes and pastries at morning tea to say, oh, just have some, you have the power to say, hey, I'm actually good. I've got my own food with me. Obviously, when you surround yourself with people that are aligned with your journey, is going to make the process 10 times easier. If you want to be that active person, surround yourself with active friends. If you want to be approach that lifestyle, the gym space is a great environment for that. Everyone wants to work on themselves in the gym, and everyone wants to see each other succeed, ideally. And so when you're thinking about, what's going to really move the needle long term is definitely the people that you surround yourself with. So what we might suggest is say, look at the potentially your friend group, or look at what's going on. Maybe talk to your partner, see how you can be able to reduce as much of that friction as much as you can. And look to see, I'm like, here's the people that I align with, people not so much. I'm going to control the level of power I can give to them. These people, they're my people, stuff like that. We recommend it. It does help a lot. It's going to make your process 10 times easier.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Word.
Nice.
I didn't say it last time.
Let's go, Ashley. Let's go. I think it's your move.
I don't know what to do.
You guys are witnessing live Danny getting fisted
It's not
on live television.
on live television.
Check.
Shit.
Yep.
Shit, mate.
We could be on here, crew. Check. Oh,
Come on, put it down.
I got to take my finger off if I'm going to do that.
Put it
No,
down.
I better not do that.
Yeah, suck it. Suck it, Cecil.
Suck it, Cecil. Who the
fuck's Cecil?
You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it and suck it. Anyway, so, yeah, you know what? I will do that. Check.
Okay. Well, that's it. Is that all our points?
Hey?
Is that all our
That's
points?
all the points.
Wow.
You're going to try to wrap this up so you don't get fucking flexed.
Oh, for fuck's
There you go. There he
sake.
goes. Look at this.
All right, well,
Now
I'm
we're
going,
talking.
All right, fucking shit's gone rogue now.
Let's go.
Yeah, I know. Shit.
We're on here. We might need to speed run this. Oh, this sucks. This is way worse.
I'm coming for you.
Look, this is good. Yeah, we got to wrap this up because it's going to take a lot longer than I thought it
Yeah,
was
I've got a
gonna
Lone King right here. If anyone's listening on Spotify, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10 pieces. I have 3. And it's just me versus me against the fucking mob right now.
This king is just getting to be running. But this is one of those games, like, this is the part that can take about fucking 3 years.
You know what? We're going to leave it there.
All right.
This is
30 seconds.
this is the episode.
Perfect.
This is the
30 minutes, I should say.
This is
30
the
seconds long.
Fat loss. Why is it so hard? These may be the answers. So if you enjoy these episodes and you're taking some of these away, let us know. Let us know if you're like, you know what, these are the ones that hit home the most. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode. It was a fucking big ball of chaos. I don't even know what just happened. I think I did. Like,
That was very, very, very rogue.
I think I dissociated for a lot of it.
Yeah.
So we hope you enjoyed it. And if you're on YouTube, give us a like and subscribe. Spotify, 5 stars. And if you have any questions, if you're, have any issues in your training journey, let us know.
If your name is Ashley, I'm sorry about the last 30 minutes. There was a lot of, you were mentioned quite a lot, particularly by Darnell.
We don't mean to.
Yeah. I don't actually know any Ashleys, I don't think, anymore.
No.
Yeah, so if your name is Ashley and you are watching this, I do highly recommend you comment. Let us know what you thought of the episode.
Yeah. And we wish you the best.
We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
Actually.
Word.